Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. I got a little burnt out on video games. Played a lot of video games over the last 3 days. And I decided today I wanted to spend some time painting, but I also didn't want to stop streaming. So I'm trying a new setup. I've got myself a cheap camera. Not this one. This one was nice. The one beneath it, kind of cheap. An affordable little deal. We're going to try our second miniature painting stream. I have something I need to absolutely paint for this weekend's game, and it is this awesome mechanical beholder. I absolutely have to get this guy painted by the end of the week. So I figured, why not do it on stream? Right? So I've got this beautiful little thing. Let me make sure you can see it. Yeah, look at that. Look at the detail on that. I am not the best painter in the world, but I enjoy it. I enjoyed it immensely. As you can see behind me there, not all of those I painted, but a lot of them I did. This is a key instrument in the game for my kids and my girlfriend. And we've been waiting forever to get this in. In fact, I ordered one back in February, early February, and the guy I ordered it from never, ever got it out. It says it's been printed. It says it's in pre-shipment. It's been in pre-shipment since the end of February, and it never arrived. So I had to order another one. I'm very pleased with the quality of this. This came from Etsy. A lot of these minis come from Etsy. Etsy is a great place to get minis. Most sellers have, if you buy 3 or 4 miniatures, you get enough to get free shipping, which really makes it worthwhile overall. So this is what we're going to be painting today. I have a very haphazard setup here. I've got to kind of work around the microphone and the light. I've got a magnifying glass in front of me to help me paint. We're going to give it a shot. Hopefully it works. You may never see this again, or you might see it in the future when I get, a better setup for it. Again, I apologize about how washed out it is behind me. I had to open the window and put a fan in it. It's just getting too warm in here. So let's check out the painting setup. Here we go. I got my pickle jar of water over here on the this side of the screen here. It's to my left, but I have the video inverted. I apologize that the video quality isn't as good as the camera in the corner. Let me turn my light on here. Here's what we're dealing with. It's not as good a camera, so it doesn't focus as well. It doesn't look as good, but it's the best I could afford. So, we're going to start. I talked to Chelsea about it beforehand. She wants the lens of the eye to be red. So we're going to give it a glistening blood color to see how that looks. Get out of there. Don't know how much we're going to need, so I'm going to put it there on the inside, not the well. I've got my switch over here covered up. I've got most of my stuff covered to make sure paint doesn't get flicked onto it. So let's start with the eye here. Not being able to put my paints on the left is kind of a pain. And it takes a minute for my eyes to adjust to the magnifying glass to be able to slap the eye coat on. This might be too dark. I might need to go back over it with a lighter color. How's that looking for you? I apologize that my secondary camera isn't the greatest. In fact, let me try this. Let me see if I can get room over here to my left for the paints. Because that's going to work better for me in the long run. I feel like you can really see as I'm trying to focus my eyes as I'm like, This is extremely amateur paint hour, just so you know. I've only been doing this for a couple months. But I do feel like the magnifying glass is a help. Once I adjust to the focus. I think this beats looking at the top of my head, right? And what I really don't understand is this camera in the middle of the screen looks so much better when it's smaller. Let me fiddle around with it here. Actually does look better like that, doesn't it? Try new things, folks. Try new things. Put the tip jar right here. I actually kind of like it. One day we'll get 2 quality cameras, not just one good one. And I've been looking up techniques to make this look like glass. You know, with lighter paints and stuff. So get a little bit of water here. I wish I could share with you the music I'm listening to, but as we know, Twitch is finicky about things like that. I would totally put my Spotify playlist up on the stream, so that way I wouldn't have to even listen to it with my headphones on. That's looking good. Well, we got to get some of this underside here. Make sure we get it all the way up to the edge of the frame here. All right, it's done. Finished. Right? That's how it's done. Where's my other paper towel out here? Okay. I'm going to get some adamantine black from Reaper. I love Reaper Minis paints. I have a ton of them. They cost about $3 a bottle, but they're so much better than the Army Painter stuff. Not that I have a problem with the Army Painter stuff. I know a lot of paint snobs don't like the Army Painter paints, but I like them just fine. Oh, gotta watch touching the eyeball there. Ugh. Got a little sloppy there. Oh well. That's the beauty of painting, right? We can go back over it later. Not afraid to touch things up a second time. Ah! Foot's caught on wires. I'm telling you, I need to post a picture of how haphazard this setup is. This setup is terrible. And to be honest, this is my first time using this magnifying glass, so I'm still adjusting. As I said, every single time I go to take the brush back to it, I'm like, get a couple coats of this adamantine black down on it, and we'll be good. Because I used it on a shield, and it came out great. I don't know if it's coming across well on camera or not. There we go. Yeah, I think we're going to paint the back in gold, I think. I'm going to try dry brushing these bits right here. Like, I'm going to paint them black, and then I'm going to try to dry brush them gold to make the gold pop on them. In fact, let me just go ahead and get started on them. I know the eye stalks are going to be gold. This is something the party stole from Xanathar and had rebuilt. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic when it's done. Already loving it, to be honest. Looking great. I kind of want to make the back of the ball black as well, with the exception of the highlights. I think that'll look real good. I think that's what I'm going to do. Not these upraised bits here, like this. They're going to be gold, but the stuff in the middle, I think I'm going to make black. This is the sort of things I always have to go back and touch up later. But I'm okay with that. Because I am not perfect. Who amongst us is, right? Could be the Bob Ross of miniature painting. Happy little beholder. See, that's not going to be it right there, but this is. So, alright, we get a little bit on there. We can take that out later. I mean, remember, at the end of the day, you'll see what I see when it's over, right? Like, the way I see it in my head will be apparent to you much later on. Let me try something. Let me turn that light off. Let me try this one. This one do it better for you? I don't think so. I think it might actually be worse. I need a better lighting situation. That much is apparent. Gotta get in there and get into an area that's hard to get into. Get on there thick enough and it's pretty. Okay. It's getting there. We're getting her where she needs to be. Put another coat on the eye here. on the individual eye stalks too. Very sloppy on this first coat. I know. Some people will be like, oh, what is he doing? I'd be like, fool, I'm an amateur. I'm going to paint like an amateur. This isn't a piece for, you know, being looked at and admired. This is a piece for a tabletop game. Where's the eyeball on that one? There it is. It's on the back. Ooh, that one's fun. They're going to put that one more on the outside. Like I said, I'm going to try to make this look more like glass when we're done. Because in theory, the whole party's inside this thing. All right. In this fight. Can't sing the song I'm listening to because it'd get me in trouble with the DMCA stuff. Ah. All right, we're gonna. I have a couple different golds here. I'm gonna try Dragon Gold first, and if need be, I'll switch to the regular gold. Oh man, I haven't punctured the seal on this yet. Ignore my ill-preparedness. God dang it. Where's my safety pin? There it is. Ugh, my sinuses are draining. All right, shake this up again. Oh yeah, that looks like a fine gold. I think it's gonna work just fine. Let's make sure this is clean though. We don't want to actually make it a red gold. It's another Reaper Mini paint color. Paint the eye stalks gold. See the way it's flicking gold everywhere? I don't know if you can see it as well as I can. It's one of the things that worries me about when I'm painting is that it gets paint all over everything. That's why we got a paper towel down here. We got paper towel down over there in front of my stuff. Try to protect all the gear. The last thing we need is to flick gold paint all over everything. This is coming together nice. I like this a lot. Do 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 do. Can't believe it's already 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, though. That kind of sucks. See, I have this thing where I start to fear Monday around this time of the day. Because I'll be real with you. The time I spent in the hospital this week, all of it was better than the one day at work I spent this week. That's right. I'd rather be in the hospital than doing my job. That's how much I hate my job. Jam that Q-tip up on my nose several times a day. Man, I wish I could share the music. Red's really popping against the gold, isn't it? Chelsea chose wisely when she said she wanted the stocks to be gold. It's almost like she has an art degree. They're going to love this when I introduce it in the game. They've been waiting for weeks for it. Like, it was originally going to be a mechanical Xanathar, but then they stole it. So now we have a mechanical beholder that is going to replace the team's magic carpet as one of their main modes of transportation. I might have to break it to keep it from being OP. Oh no, the black dragon spewed acid all over your mechanical beholder and it melted. You're going to have your artificer make a new one. Actually, I'm less concerned with it being overpowered and more concerned with them having fun. A bunch of gold paint all over right here on the table. Pull this back a little bit here. Hold on. Maybe if I turn this way, tighten it up here. Nope, now it's just super in my way. First time using this entire setup, folks, so like it's all very, very frustrating and new. I'm going to put some more details on these eye stalks once they're finished. I'm going to paint around the lenses so they don't just look golden red. I've got some tarnished brass to use for the screws on the side. Hit the mic with my face. This whole stretch back here needs painted. Every one of these plates does. I'm really sorry about that bigger camera not being better. I mean, you can see what I'm going for here with it. I just learned the last time I tried to do this, nobody wanted to watch me stream when they could just see the top of my head as I painted. So I tried something different this time. Oh well. It's not going to stop me from doing it again. Could really, in this magnifying glass, see all the metal sparkles in this paint. Like they pop so hard. We need more gold soon. Like, I forget what you see on the screen isn't what I see through the magnifying glass. I wish there was a way I could do both. Need some more gold paint. Ran out. Turn that so you can't see the pickle jar branding. No sponsorships here, man. I'm 100% my own man. Till somebody wants me to not be. Reaper, WizKids, Wizards of the Coast, any of you want to sponsor me? We're just going to use the proper vial here because we're going to use a lot of gold paint on this guy. What am I doing? I got a magnifying glass right here in front of me. I have a bunch of gold paint in my paint well. I need to get a wet palette and figure out how to use it. Because I've seen people using them. A lot of the people I watch that paint use them, and their paints stay wet longer because it's not a dry palette like mine is. Just putting a thick coat of this gold down. We want this gold in all the cracks and crevices. Crevici. Understand. It's the only way I can save. To my grave. That's just on the edge of the shot. I don't like that. Get out of the shot, sir. It's not even helping. Just burning battery power. Ah. A little bit where I gotta wait on my eyes to adjust amuses the shit out of me. Because my eyes will focus on the brush and not the actual mini. Until I guide the brush closer to the mini, and then my eyes adjust on the mini. I hate being blind. I'm like painting nothing. I'm sure it looks atrocious from an outsider's perspective. It's my left eye that's having the problem with it. That reminds me, I gotta get a retinal exam. Completely off camera with it. Situational awareness when you're painting on a stream. Alienating the no viewers I have. No chill music here while I paint. Listening to Disturbed and Metallica. Man, my depth perception's terrible today. I'm watching myself go, even outside of the magnifying glass. Okay, hold on. We're going to do it without the magnifying glass for a minute. Ugh. Going old school. Original style here. How I used to do it. Because there's just some little areas in here that even with the magnifying glass, I can't get my eyes to focus on. And it was annoying me. It was annoying the piss out of me that I couldn't see them. I'm like... Take Me to Church, apparently. Fitting song for Sunday. It's a great song. A song I recognize all too well the feeling behind. You ever love somebody like that? Like he's singing about in the song? It's great. And I say that with no sarcasm. It is like a religious experience. And I can't sing this song because I have no pitch and no vocal training. And that was shocking, right? Obviously, I'm going to have to go back and touch this up. But like I said, the patterns on it, I'm going to paint in gold. It's like a gold filigree at this point. Such a beautiful voice that guy's got. I wish the camera quality was better. It drives me nuts that when I look at it in small, it looks great. Like when I go to the configure camera screen, it's crystal clear. But then when I look at it on here, it's... Maybe it's OBS, maybe it's my computer, I don't know. Maybe we're pushing too much for the computer to take. I don't know. Gotta start somewhere, though. Yeah, I don't want to listen to this guy. Hold on. Dude's a tool. Love the song, but I found out you're an abusive dickhead. No more. No more of you for me. I gotta be more aware of where I'm at on camera. I've spent a lot of time and money on these things. It's like my favorite part of the game, to be honest. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Because nothing frustrates me more than when I come back later, especially after I've sprayed it with a clear coat, and I see that something got missed. It's like, are you kidding me? I missed that entire leg? How the hell did I do that? Keep doing it. Keep pulling it this way. I apologize. I apologize. As they say on Critical Role via Deadwood. Jam into music you can't hear and only I can hear it and try to share it with you. I guess I could post my playlist, but since I have it on shuffle, you wouldn't be able to hear exactly what I'm listening to. Look at this. Whoa, almost dropped her. Coming together nicely. Areas the paint just doesn't want to get into. Like, no matter how much I go back over, I look at it again, it's like, why do I still see gray? Like, I've put so much paint on you. Why are you still gray right there? It's like it's just sucking it through the prime coat. The whole head on that one needed it. Alright, I gotta be more aware of what I'm doing because I keep pulling it back here and then you're looking at nothing while I paint. Ooh, my neck popped. That is one thing about this hobby. It will tax your spine. It absolutely will. As you spend a lot of time like this. I'm going to clean the brush off for this next bit. Because I'm going to do the gold around the eye. Oh, no, we got a little bit of gold. A little bit of gold right there. Bust the microscope back out for this. Fucking cord. I need a better damn studio setup for my projects like this one. Do 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 do. Because this isn't cutting it. Trying to work around myself here. Getting sloppy, Shad. Stop it. Ah, shit. Well, that was sloppy. That was sloppy as hell there. Oh, man. That was bad on my part. Well, all you can do is fix it. All you can do is fix it. It's 100% how this thing connects right here with the gold plate. Paint that. Whoa, almost dropped it. I love it. Focus on this, not me. One hour and 15 minutes thus far on this bad guy. Now we're going to try something a little different. We're going to try dry brushing. This is a little risky. I'm not good at the dry brushing. Yet. Definitely not good at it yet. Because what I want to do is just get the high bits. But I'm getting more than that. So I need to go back. You know what? It might actually look better this way. How's that look to you? I actually like that. Disregard. Don't need to redo shit. Cool. Coming along, coming along. All right. I want to use shadowed steel for the teeth. We're not going to need a lot of it. But it's a good dark metal gray kind of color. Fucking dork. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Spotify startled me because it put a big green bar at the bottom of the screen and says, "You're listening on your phone." It's like I have been for a while, buddy. Kind of want the entire inside of the mouth to be this color. Because there is a little tiny bit in there you can see that's behind the teeth. And I don't want that to be, like, really prominent. So this piece at the bottom, it can be gold too, I think. I think that'll work. I have other beholders to paint today, too. Really want to paint this guy. It's a Death's Kiss, the Vampiric Beholder. We might just get a base coat on him today, though. Or it. Still not entirely certain beholders actually have a gender. Since they're asexual beings. They asexually reproduce through dreams, according to the current lore. Beholder has itself a dream about a blood-sucking vampire. Boom. Death's Kiss is born. That's so out of focus. Oh, God. Why don't you autofocus, sir? Again, painting way off screen. Sorry. View this as one whole piece here. Finally getting to the bottom of all that gold I poured. I hate wasting paint. Ah. I dropped it. Getting off camera again, wasn't I? Okay, now we're going to try a different color that's pretty close to gold, but just a hair off. Well, we will, hold on, we got to do something else first. Ow. What did I do with the brush that I dry brushed with? Did I drop it? Have I said before that I need more space? You heard me say that before? Because it's 100% true. For the love of Pete. The brush I used to dry brush with, I don't know what I did with it. Is it under here? There it is. Let's see that. Look. Found it. Freaking myself out for no reason. Okay, back to what I was doing. I'm gonna get some more of that shadowed steel in here where it's dark in the corners. Okay, for the time being anyway. Might be a different color eventually. Look, there it is again, found it. I'm sure that was hilarious to anybody watching this. Hey, you can't share your liked songs. So lame. So lame that I can't share this playlist. There we go. I'm gonna see how this tarnished brass looks next to the gold. If it doesn't look good, I have bronze that I can put on it. I mean, it looks just a half color off. I like it. when it dries, it'll have a nice a nice distinct coloration to it that will separate the two. I like this tarnished brass color a lot. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with the Reaper paints. There might be better out there, but for my money, they're pretty damn good. Again, not sponsored, although Reaper, I'm listening. These valves are gonna look good in bronze, or excuse me, brass. My opinion. Some of these minis take hours to complete. I think that's what I love about it. It's very zen. It's very meditative. Put this here. Whatever happened to Seether and Evanescence? I know that seems like out of the blue if you're, again, not inside my head listening to the same music I am. Like Amy Lee and the dude from Seether were together for a while. Had the hots for her real bad in the early aughts. I love a woman that can sing, though. Because I can't. If you were watching earlier, you know I can't. That is not a secret to anybody watching this stream. That is not where my artistic abilities lie. Some will say they don't even lie here in painting. And those people would be assholes. Like I said early on, not painting for show, not painting for competition, Painting for a tabletop game, so as long as it looks cool, it doesn't have to be perfect. Bronze. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do bronze there. Coming along very nicely, in my opinion. I do want to use a little bit of this night scale for inside the mouth. It's like a darkish purple. I just want to use just a little drippy drop. There we go. Right here, these little corners. See, as you can see, it's almost black. What are we gonna do? Bronze, 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 bronze. I think bronze around the bases of the stalks as well. I think. Take the bronze out here. Here it is. Yeah, I really like the way that came out. A little bronze here. Some good, some good, some good. It's a good Muse song. Supermassive Black Hole, if you're wanting to know what I'm listening to. Slap this bronze on here, see how this looks. A little sloppy, but I'll fix it. So I'm excited. This coming weekend, when this piece will debut in game, my oldest daughter, Madison, will also be playing with us for the first time since Christmas. It's super exciting. Get to bring her character back into the fold. I actually got to stop streaming at some point today to start prepping her character. Because I think she's like level 3 and the rest of the party is 9. We're almost at 2 hours. I want to finish this, though. At the very least, get it to the first draft phase, you know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, it needs some touching up, but it's done. Done. Dark side of the moon. Can do. So hard to not sing while I'm painting. Stupid copyright laws. I've already been sued once. I don't need to be sued again. Hello, pancakes. Yeah. Yep. Back in the early 2000s. Had to settle out of court. It was a nightmare. Yep, by the music, the RIAA. I was just a stupid kid. Barely an adult. Fucking sucked. Talking like 2005. Just got out of the Air Force. Thankfully, I got out before it happened. Oh, yeah, yeah. It took, I think, 3 years, 4 years, something like that. I don't remember what the total amount was, but it was way less than they wanted. This is a mechanical beholder. My kids in their game that I run for them every other weekend. They stole one from Xanathar and had their artificer rebuild it for them. Well, it's going to debut in their game this weekend, and I just got the mini this week, so I got to get it painted by this coming weekend. So. And since the team goes with a lot of gold, black, and red, this is the color they expect. They wanted me to paint. I do too, man. I wish I had a 3D printer. I bought this on Etsy. I don't have the space for it. Like my apartment is not big enough to have the a room devoted to that sort of thing. I mean, I'm in my living room right now. Yeah, my workspace /studio /art desk where I live is this corner of the living room. This boy needs some serious touch-ups, but I'm getting pretty close to the first final coat. Yeah, Pancakes, it's been a while. When your name first popped up, I was like, that name's familiar. I haven't streamed as much as I was last year. I went from streaming 5 days a week to sometimes only 2. But I needed to diversify my relaxation time. Let's see. I apologize that this camera isn't the best. I couldn't afford a good one. Ooh, I gotta get in there. Hold on. Magnifying glass. Ah, don't spill paint. That would have been a tragedy. How you been, Pancakes? This is pretty stout. I have some other ones that are not nearly as stout. In fact, Monday, I was painting this one, and I broke it in a way that I can't fix it. It has a mace that goes on that arm right there, and it broke. So I'm like, all that work. There we go. I need to get in there. I feel you on that. I actually started therapy about a month ago for my depression. I was actually in the hospital Wednesday and Thursday, most of the day. Most of those days. Not for the depression, but for intestinal issues. It's been a week. Well, hell, who am I kidding? It's been 13 months. Yeah, almost the entire time. Thankfully, when I was admitted, I was in a room by myself. I was in a room by myself, and I had to wear the mask until I was in that room. Then I could take it off. I was actually wearing 2. I was wearing my cloth one and a disposable one underneath it, because I haven't been out of the house since the. I haven't been out of the house since this shit started. Like, literally the longest I've been out of the house in 13 months was a 2-day hospital stay. I did get a COVID test. I'm negative right now, at least. But all that means is I get to go back to the doctor sometime between Monday and Wednesday to get scoped. So it's going to be real pleasant. They're going to put one in my throat and one in my butt. I was joking about being spitted like a barbecue pig. Yeah. Or one after the other. What's the line from Clerks 2? You never go ass to mouth. Yeah, they've ruled out a few things. I don't have appendicitis. I don't have gallstones. I don't have things like that. Idiocracy. Gosh. I haven't seen that movie in forever. But it's got electrolytes. That's one of the things they're looking for. The CAT scan ruled out a lot of stuff. Might be Crohn's. Could be colitis of some kind. We shall see. That's all I can do. Just a little tired of or I got tired of throwing up. That was the thing. Earlier in the week, I couldn't eat anything. I'm good now. Yeah, that's what I hear. I was in a lot of pain beginning of the week. Now it's more like a bruising is what it feels like. Right in that appendix area. Yep. Well, that was the thing at the beginning of the week. I couldn't eat anything. Like, before I went to the hospital on Wednesday, I ate an apple and an orange. And out they came. The night before, I had jambalaya. So, spicy stuff. But I've since had the jambalaya again with no issues. Because I was feeling brave. I was like, let's test this. Let's see if it was the jambalaya that did it. They ruled that out, too. At least as far as they can tell, it's not a kidney stone. They didn't see any. Like I said, we'll see. The GI doc's going to call me tomorrow after work. See where we go from there. The CAT scan came out pretty good, though. I was reading the results. I got a little bit of degeneration on my lumbar spine. But I'm also almost 40 years old, so that's going to happen. I want to do these little bits around the lenses, but definitely don't want to do them with the magnifying glass, though. I'm just going to get up close on them. Yeah, I actually turned 38 in 2 weeks. 12 days. I was going to do a big charity stream for my birthday. But now that I burned all my PTO in the hospital, I can't take those days off. Hey, Sky High. Speaking of spring chickens, walking in on two old men talking about their medical issues. Yeah, I decided to paint today. Like I told you yesterday, it's something I've been wanting to do. I busted out this lower quality camera as a secondary camera. It's very crowded. This isn't the most ideal setup, but I'm making it work. Thank you, Pancakes. All right, thank you, Sky. Yeah, I've been working on this piece for almost 2 hours now. Definitely not gotta do some touch-up work. I'm gonna get in here and do these little bits and this bit. Yep. You gotta wait on the paint to dry sometimes. I mean, it's about as big as my palm. Yeah, this is a little $20 thing I picked up online. It works just fine for this purpose. Oh, man. Yeah, it's always that way. You know? Yeah, especially with the data, not the data mining, the Bitcoin cryptocurrency nonsense. Yeah, it's amazing that it hasn't happened yet, to be honest. I need another one of my metals. So many paints. There we go. Steel. Just regular old steel colored. You know, I absolutely believe that because that's you know, they're saying that's something to do with the reason that the new consoles were harder to come by was there wasn't enough chips out there. Oh, that's the song skipping. Gosh. You mean it's almost like it's a limited resource? A non-renewable resource? Be nice, Sky. Oh, pancakes, good one. I swear I get 2 or 3 of those calls a week, if not daily. My car never had a warranty. I bought it used. Honestly, I'm about to get rid of mine. Save me the money on the insurance. I mean, my phone never rings from anybody that I want. Yeah, yeah. I do. I can't speak for pancakes. I think they do. You're lucky, Sky. I get nothing but them. Like, I think it was during this stream I got a call from South Dakota. That was one of them. It's like, what? My voicemail is full of them. I got to go through and delete them all the time. That's funny. The bottle on the beach. Cool. The bladed steel looked good. The right metallic shine to it. Yeah, you do. You did say you have class in, what, 9 hours? You should probably get some sleep. But that makes me a hypocrite because I don't like sleep and I will stay up way too late all the time. So. Yeah. You know, it's scams like that make my job suck because I have to call patients and talk to them about their medical bills, and they automatically assume that I'm, part of that same sort of organization when I literally work for the hospital. Calls coming from the inside. Okay. I hold it. Yeah, I can hold it like that while I paint that stone. Yep. Mercy Health. That's who I'm assigned to anyway. The company I work for works for lots of hospitals, but I work with Mercy Health. Thankfully, I don't work in the hospital. I work from right here, right now. For the last year. It's great. That should be enough. Gonna paint this gray with a different gray. Yeah. Accounts receivable is the official title. I spend most of my time dealing with the VA. But occasionally I have to call patients and it sucks. Because I'd rather write it off. Like, if it comes down to a patient owing the money, I'm more of the, like, oh, I guess we're not getting any money type. Because most of the time when I call a patient, it's usually asking if they have other insurance. Or asking them to contact their VA or whatever to help fight it. But it's always unpleasant. You know? Yeah. Believe me, I'm looking for another job. I've done this one for 2 years. It gave me great health insurance. It got me through the worst part of some of my medical scares. But I'd quit tomorrow if I could. I don't like it. I don't like the company as far as like some of the attitudes that exist. Like, they're one of those, we're a family type of companies. Yeah, Sky did get quiet. Oh. Now everybody's quiet. The problem when you're painting gray on gray, it's hard to tell where you have and haven't painted. Ah, man, that sucks. Yeah, that's been the catch-22 of this year has been, like, very grateful that I got to work from home. Because it may have kept me alive. But at the same time, I hate what I do with a passion. Like, I hate money. You know? Oh, yeah, $15 an hour happens. That opens the doors for me to find places. Because I barely make more than that now. I mean, let's be real. We should have been making a living wage a long time ago. That's why it's going to be such a shock, you know? True. I have worked for small mom and pop shops where the owners didn't even take a paycheck some weeks. My first accounts receivable job was for a tool repair company. And the two owners there, sometimes they wouldn't take a paycheck. And that's when I was making $8.50 an hour minimum wage. Like, it's a terrible double-edged sword. Because if you raise the minimum wage too high, you kill the mom and pop stuff. But you end up with places like, Amazon with Bezos making absurd, ridiculous amounts of money and not paying their people appropriately for what they do. Like, Bezos is literally a dragon. I don't know how well you know your mythological dragons, but, like, they just hoard treasure. And guys like Bezos are like living examples of that shit. It's like the dude that... Bobby Kotick, the CEO of Activision. Like, he's a billionaire. Last week, Activision fires 190 people, and then the next day, he gets a $200 million bonus. Gotta give this guy time to dry before I move on to the next bit. So I am going to... paint this little fella. But in order to do that, I need to get this fixed. Also need to take a drink. Oh, man. Honestly, you'd be surprised how often that happens. I'll go to clear coat it, and then I'll find, like... Oh, well, I've got a figure that I need to touch up that I painted the whole thing, and then I was going to clear coat it, and I saw that the hilt on his sword was still gray because I hadn't painted it. Because I was going to clear coat it first thing in the morning. So this guy is almost uniformly this color. So this will be an easy one to paint while we wait. Yeah, right. It does look like I might have missed it right there. I'll get it in a second. I'll just get that whole base bottom again. Yeah, you can see it on the... Yeah, you're right. With the light shining right on it, you can see it. Let's get this little tiny fella. You gotta like this one because it's just this almost uniform one color. It is a insect type monster called a rust monster. They eat metal. So in D&D terms, these little jerks, if you don't have magical armor and magical swords and stuff, they'll eat your sword, eat your shield. And they are very bothersome for that reason. I mean, there's other details that go on, but this base coat being the base color makes this one of the easiest things in the world to paint while I wait on that to dry. Yeah, I tried for years to get into it, and by me I mean my friend Sean. Tried to get me to play for years with him. He's played for his entire life, and we would always get together with a couple people and start a game, and I would just either not be able to make it to the next game, or the group would fall apart. No, he doesn't. He has like no desire to do anything on social media. He has a Facebook, and that's it. And even that he barely uses. He joined me on stream 4 or 5 times back when the new God of War came out a couple years ago. But other than that, he doesn't want anything to do with an online presence. Which is a shame, because he can be a real charmer. He would be good at it if he applied himself. What do I do with my dungeon stone paint? There it is. But he has no desire to do it. And he, honestly, if I had a face cam then, he probably wouldn't have done it with me on the God of War stuff. But he tried forever to get me to play, and then this last year, the kids and I both, or all of us, kind of got into it. We started watching Critical Role together, and they all got curious about it, and I was like, you know what, I'll get the books. And as you can see, there, right there, in the palm of my hand. And then behind me, if I swivel this way, a lot of those I painted. About half. Get down in there. Make sure I get down in that little crack and crevice. Now, granted, a lot of that I'll get got when I put the shadow wash on it. But, there. Now, while you dry again, I'm going to prime another one. But I need my white primer for that. Yeah, that's not my friend Sean. He does crafty stuff. And he'd honestly probably be a pretty good streamer of D&D if he wanted to like stream games, but he, like I said, he has no desire to be on camera, to have an internet presence. All right, now this ugly sucker is what's called a Death's Kiss, which is like a vampiric beholder. And I'm going to base coat it in white. It'll make painting at white later easier. Also trying to be mindful of how much white paint I fling around doing this, because this brush likes to fling paint. I'm hoping we finish this mechanical one today, because I only have a little bit of time left. I'd like to get it done. Of all the skills available in the world, I kind of wish I learned to be a blacksmith when I was younger. Because the crazy part of my brain... no, you haven't slowed me down at all. Don't worry about that. Like I was telling Sky High when he said something about the amount of time I was doing. Sometimes you gotta stop and wait. That's why I always keep a bunch of them on hand. I always have other things to do while I'm waiting on the one I'm working on to dry. Honestly, the only thing that bums me out is that my boy is deathly terrified of spiders. Like, if he sees a spider, he'll have bad dreams about it, and it sucks because spiders are such a staple of video game enemies. And there's some beautiful, monstrous spider minis that I could get to paint. But I'd have to hide them when he's around, and I could never use them in the game. Like anytime we're running a pre-written adventure and I come across spiders, in the story, I have to like quickly find something that I could replace it with. Yeah, I've done that before too. When I lived in Texas, we found a brown recluse in our house, and it ran up under our sink along the cabinets. So I just hairsprayed the whole area, and then boom, the fire rolled through, risking setting my house on fire to kill one spider. But I think it's that's a fair trade, considering the type of spider it was. I don't know about you, but I don't know. I don't want any necrotic ulcer on my flesh from where a spider bit me. Yeah, mine just died. I think I had coated it so thoroughly with spray paint that it could barely move. And then the fire just put it out of its misery. Yeah. I try to take a live and let live stance with bugs, especially spiders, because, you know, they do serve a purpose. But if it's a deadly one, all bets are off, man. Like, if you could do me serious harm, I'm just gonna take care of you before you get me. What, can't you tell? I get it, though. For a long time, I was terrified of any sort of insect. I really hate swarmy things. Things that have a bunch of them make my skin crawl. Like, oh, God, just get... Huh. I take solace in the fact that we've done so much damage to the environment that that we'll never see big giant kaiju-sized bugs. There's not enough oxygen to support giant dinosaur-sized creatures anymore up in the open air. Huh. Well, good thing. A lot of white on this guy, just to paint it with a different color white later. Might as well finish it off here. Use up all the paint I have. Well, I mean, you know there's a lot of creatures out there that we've not even found yet. I always find it fascinating when they find a new species of a thing. It's like, we thought we knew everything, but look at this one. We've never seen this before. There we go. That doesn't surprise me. that there'd be something out there that looks like a butthole. At some point I gotta paint this big guy. He's gonna take a while. For comparison. He's gonna take a minute. Kind of. It's similar to a sandworm, but it can go through any surface. It's not just sand. And I have 4 dragons to paint. They're gonna take a while to do. I got 2 of them over there on that far shelf, and 2 of them that need assembled. But I'm a doofus and accidentally glued the lid on my the brush portion of my super glue, so I gotta get new super glue before I can put the other ones together. Okay, so now we gotta do some touch-ups. Move you out of the way, buddy, while you dry. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not that good at it yet. I'm still a newbie. I've come a long way, but my work gets a little sloppy. But yeah, some of the stuff that I have here, I seen this very beholder that I'm painting here, like $100 for a painted version of it. I'm like, whoo! And it was good. It was real good. What's funny is I used to be the guy that laughed at people that did this. Like, pfft, pfft. What color did I want to use there? One day I will have like an actual shelf where I can organize these. Did I get it out? No, there's the silver one. That's not the silver I wanted, though. I'll be right back. Whew. Had to get up and move around for a minute. It's been 2.5 hours. Also needed to use the restroom. You know how it goes. Tell you what, I'm super glad I got that diabetes taken care of. Because peeing every hour was getting old. There it is. Found it. We tore tore our couch apart yesterday because we're getting a new one from Chelsea's brother, and we carried one of the recliner bits of it downstairs, and my back is not happy. Excuse me. Haven't had carbonated water in a while. Whew, yeah. Yeah, but get up and move around if you need to. I try to do it every hour or so, but sometimes I forget. You know, I get focused on what... One time I sat at the kitchen table and painted for 8 hours straight. I'm lucky I didn't get blood clots. I might need the magnifying glass for this. It's alright. Oh, I just hit my guy. Having a day all of a sudden. Tighten that. Tighten that. Yeah, it's not going to work for me. Oh, yeah. Adjusting to a new keyboard, man. It's like wearing new glasses. You got to get that muscle memory worked out. You got one of those ergonomic ones that the keys are in a different place, or? I'm doing it again where I'm like, no, you can't see what I'm doing. This is the secret painting stream where you can't see what I'm painting. First time I tried to do a painting stream, that's what it felt like because I didn't have the second camera. So it was a whole lot of the top of my head as I painted and then go, look at this. Needless to say, it was not well received. You know, I like Logitech products. That's what that camera is up there. This one, not so much. But the one that's pointed at my bearded face there, it's a Logitech. My only problem with it is I haven't been able to get to save settings. So every time I turn the computer on and off, I gotta reset them all. Okay, I'm glad it looks nice on your end, because on mine it looks fuzzy. Except for when I when I pull it up and I'm looking at the configure camera screen, it looks great. But then on Twitch, for me, it looks bad. Or Streamlabs, rather, excuse me. I'm glad it looks fine. $20 well spent. Sometimes you get what you pay for. Oh, got a little gold burr there. I'd have to look at what I bought. Because all I did was I literally got on Amazon. It was like, webcams. Okay, that one's $20. It's reviewed well. Buy it. Oh man, I just saw a big spot of gold I missed. It is lime flavored carbonated water. So essentially Sprite, but water. Yeah, I know it kind of looks like a beer can. Man. Some of these minis give you a challenge. Oh, no. And if it was an energy drink, it would be sugar-free. But yeah, it's I don't know if they have Aldi where you're at, but it's their brand of carbonated water. Yeah, I'm very wary of that because I've seen some ghastly stuff that's happens when you drink too much energy drinks. But really, that could be... Excuse me. That could be anything, though. Like, there was that story that was going around of the dude that got paralyzed because he ate too many chicken nuggets. You know, like... And you can actually drink too much water, too. You get hyperhydroxia. The body's stupid. I was making jokes about it the other day that I'd give anything for a robot pancreas. You know, like if we could get cybernetic implants and shit like that, I'd be like, yeah, give me that fake pancreas. While you're at it, give me some new eyeballs and maybe some legs so I can run fast. I think I got them all. Oh, nope, missed one. I have to touch that up again, but that's what touch-ups are for, right? To go back and fix your mistakes because you have sloppy hand control. You know, I have that game on Steam, and I've played it once, and I really want to get into it, but I always forget I have it. Because it was one of my favorite games when I first started watching people stream games. I loved watching people play RimWorld. Yeah, one day I hope to get a proper 2-monitor setup so I can stream PC games. Well, a PC that plays games better for one, and then another monitor to be able to stream. Because it's such a pain to... Like, this computer down here that I'm running on can play some games. But I only have one monitor when I do that. I don't have the ability to, because when I stream from the console, I have a monitor for the console, a monitor for the computer. We'll get there though. We missed out in here. We need to touch up the gums. We need to touch up the black bit on the spherical part of it. We need to touch up down here. Okay. We made a lot of progress on this guy in 3 hours. We're not going to get to the other ones today, but at least we got them primed. And we still got to do the lenses. These little delicate brush strokes, man. All right, pancakes. Thanks for popping in. Appreciated the conversation. Instead of sitting here talking to myself like I had been doing. Sorry, I found myself doing it again. Well, enjoy your nothing. Sometimes nothing is the best. Sometimes I love a good bit of nothing going on. Ah, I messed it up. Guess what I'm touching up again? Stupid oafish hands. Because it's not the brush's fault. It's entirely my clumsiness. I got silver where the red goes. Did it again. Oh well. We gotta go back anyway and touch that up, so no great loss there. Oh, that one needs it. This one needs it too. Hey, there's worse nothings, Pancakes. At least you have dogs to pet, right? My landlord says no to the pets. He's a great guy other than that. Best landlord I've ever had, other than the fact that he won't let me have a dog and a cat. This one's going to be hard. Nothing like blind painting when you can't see underneath where you're painting, but you've got to reach around and in there. I said. I like the heavy. So I need to touch up this black. Touch up some of these reds that I messed up. Touch up a little bit of the gold. I think we might finish it here in a little bit. I only have a little bit of time left, so I need to do it. Rust Monster came out great. I don't play the drums. Can you tell? Good man. Okay, so I saw a bit here that I missed. I gotta go back and fix. Really couldn't think of a better way to spend my Sunday afternoon. White guy dancing. White guy dancing. White guy dancing. To the tune of What Makes a Good Man by The Heavy. Change the song to What Makes a White Guy Dance Badly. Other than the fact that I lack natural rhythm. Ooh, it's a big bit that I missed there. I either missed a big bit of it, or when I was painting the rock, I fudged it and... If you want to listen along with me, this is Fear Factory Shock that I'm listening to. Oh, welcome back. Nothing did not last long, no. I'm so close to done with this one. I'm trying to push through to the end. Like, even if it costs me a little bit of extra time. I'm so close. I got gold where the gold doesn't go. I just repaint it. I mean, no, you told me you were gone, so I knew you were leaving. I just carried on like you were here. That's what I do when I'm by myself. I just pretend I'm not. Hope the kids love this. Got myself. I think it was a brush and not an X-Acto knife. If I weren't painting right now, I would probably be writing for this weekend's game. My oldest daughter, my 19-year-old, she's going to be here for the first time since Christmas because she's been working every weekend. So she actually has this weekend off So she's going to be part of the game. So I got to write her back into it. Like, we took her character and had her character go off and do her own thing while the rest of the team was doing their thing. So now I have to write her back into it. I also have to level her up. Because last time she played, the party was like level 3 and they're all level 9 now. So that's what I'm doing next. Once I'm done with this guy, I'm going to clean up and then, put my desk back together. And then get to work on that. Yeah, I'll let her handle all the specific stuff, but I want to get at least it figured out, like the perks and stuff that are available to her. That way I can just lay the choices out for her, because she's the least into it of all of us, but she really likes the combat bit, the actual getting in there and fighting the monsters, rolling the dice, all that stuff. So I want to make it as streamlined as possible for us. That way she's not overwhelmed. Because everybody else, we've been playing it every other weekend since October. Actually, before that, but we did have a little break where they were sick. Because they came down with COVID. Actually, her character is a barbarian spirit type. Like, I think her totem is a bear. So, I just had her go on, like, a spirit quest. Like, her ancestors contacted her in her sleep and sent her to go do a thing. Because she literally, the game ended the last time she was here with the party going to bed, and then the next time they played, she was gone. And she's so not into the roleplay aspect of it that, like, it works out that her character's just kind of mysterious and doesn't want to talk about it. Like, what were you up to? I don't want to talk about it. Which is weird, because she's a theater kid. Like, I thought she would love the actual roleplay aspect of it, but... And then my dorkier, quieter, more introverted daughter loves getting in there and being a character. Storytelling is exactly what I love about it. I want to be an author. That's like my end-all be-all career, is to earn my living writing books. So this game lets me do that in a very interactive way. Because my girlfriend and kids are real good at deviating from what I think they're going to do. I write it expecting them to do a thing, and then they go and do their own thing, and I'm like, why didn't I think about that one? Like, for example, the Beholder that they stole this from, Xanathar, has a goldfish that he loves. And that's canon. And out of the blue, my girlfriend goes, I want to steal his goldfish. It's not enough that we stole this and then we've wrecked all his operations. I want his goldfish. So now I have to work that out. I think we got all these now. Got the silver framing around the lenses. I need to go back and paint some of the lenses red again, because I smudged them. But I think the stocks... Nope, found some. Found some I missed. Found a little bit that I missed the gold on. A little bit there, it needs touched up. And then I never expected to love this. As I said a little bit ago, I used to laugh at the idea of doing this. It's like, why don't you just buy the pre-painted ones? Which I have several. You know, I have many pre-painted minis. But once I started doing this, I was like, oh, this is so relaxing. Because these little minute details require me to slow down and, you know, control my breath. Well, I mean, it depends. Like, you can buy these little booster boxes where they're random, and they're about $15, and you get like 4 of them in there. Excuse me. And then you have that dragon right there, the big black one, was about $60, and then the blue one next to it was $50, and they were pre-painted. But the littler dragons I got for $15 and painted. So I mean it. And then Chelsea got me a blue dragon because they're my favorite. Oh no! Look, all the bits going everywhere. Chelsea got me a blue dragon for my birthday. It'll be here middle of next month. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna love it. I actually found some gold I missed down here. You know what? It's not gold I missed. It's gold I painted over when I was painting the stone. That's what that is. Now I'm going to have to go back and paint the stone in again. Man. I actually told them if they weren't careful, I was going to throw my Cthulhu skull at them. I have a bronze skull with tentacles coming out from underneath it. And I was like, you watch it. We're going to fight this. We're almost there with this. We're so close with this one. It's all these little minute details I gotta go back and get. No, it's just a goldfish. It's just a goldfish that the Xanathar loves. Just a goldfish. But you gotta keep in mind, like, beholders typically only love money and power. So the fact that this one loves something that's a living being, it makes it the perfect target. It could be. Or one of them could have been. That's one of the funnier things in the book. If you read the book, it says that the goldfish dies all the time and gets replaced, but Xanathar doesn't know it. his henchmen replace the goldfish all the time. Try to make sure I get all this gold painted on the back of this guy before I go back over it with the black. A little bit that I hadn't painted there. Glad I inspected this. Because it's super disheartening. When you go to put the finishing touches on it, you're like, oh, I missed it. I did it with a little halfling 2 weeks ago. I painted the entire get-up on this little tiny miniature and then clear-coated it. And then when we started using it in-game the next weekend, I realized that 2 of her bags I hadn't painted. They were still primer gray. I was like, gray bags, I guess. Wait, do I still have... Is it still wet? Nope, it dried. This is why I need a wet palette. Yeah, that's what I said. Exactly what I said. It's gray leather. Nothing wrong with that. Put another coat on this so it's less of the gray shows through. More of the tarnished brass color. Same here. Oh, now I need to bring the chat back up. There we go. Sometimes you get happy accidents like that, though. Well, yeah, that bag can be that color. There's no reason it couldn't be. Ugh. And then sometimes you put your finger in the spot you just painted. This guy's looking sweet. Smells terrible, though. The acrylic paints definitely have a stink to them. Look how gross that water's getting. Okay, back to what I was doing. Can't even really see in there, but it is open, so I need to make sure I paint it. Same with this side right here. Good Lord. Whew. Okay. All right. We are going to finish this fella off today. I need to go a little bit more around the eye with some red. I need to touch up the stone because some gold got on the stone. Over here too. And I need to touch up this black bit in the back. And then the lenses. We're going to do these more often. Find a way to paint on stream more often. Now that I've got this figured out, it just takes a bit of setup because I have to put a lamp right here next to the microphone in order to be able to see what I'm painting. My keyboard that usually sits right here is over here on top of my Xbox and work computer. Man, some of these bottles are just so messy. Ah. My earbud got situated weird. There. Got paint on the microphone wire. Not that it's going to affect anything. I got to fix this. I don't know what happened. It's been fine this entire time, and suddenly it's like bound up. I couldn't like straighten up. Okay. All right. I think it's time to touch up the black. Nope, I see something I missed. Not time to touch up the black yet. Got to touch up the bronze a little bit more. That close. I think these bottles stay cleaner than these little tiny ones do. Deep breath. Okay. All right. Yeah, Pancakes, you probably take a nap then. I won't fault you for taking a nap. Naps are great. It's amazing how much our viewpoint on naps changes the older we get. How's that look on the ass end there? Although I do find it relieving to know that my painting relaxes you enough there, Pancakes, that you fell asleep. Because normally I sleep like a baby after I do this. Spend a couple hours painting and I am just in such a nice place mentally. Even when it goes bad, like when I broke that one, I mean I got upset severely, but I still slept good that night. About to break down. I can't sing this song for legal reasons. My boy loves ASMR. Yeah. Ow. I just headbutted the microphone there. Tried to headbang and instead went wham! Whoop. Almost painted brass over the black. I don't understand the ones with the people eating. We're like into the mic. That That white noise might be the fan too behind me. I have a fan in the window running. I think it's not perfect, but we might be done. Well, no, we gotta go back and do the red. I forgot. I do see some gold I need to touch up. Yeah, we do too. When I was in the hospital a couple days ago, that was the worst part of trying to sleep in the hospital. Well, that was one of the worst parts of trying to sleep in the hospital was there was no fan. Also, when you sleep next to someone every night and then suddenly you're in an uncomfortable bed by yourself, it's like... You know, I suppose I could have, but at the time it never occurred to me. I kept telling him the only thing I wanted from him was stuff I couldn't get. You know, because I wasn't allowed to eat for that first night. So it was like, can we get you anything? I'd kill for some tacos. Can you bring me tacos? How about a steak? Can I have a steak? My nurses were good people, though. I told one of them when she was leaving on Wednesday night, she was like, I won't be back till Saturday. This is who's going to take care of you tonight. And I was like, okay, cool. Don't take this the wrong way, but I sincerely hope I never see you again. Because I did not want to be in the hospital till Saturday. Oh, yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, during the summer, we'll have 2 fans in the bedroom. We'll have one on Chelsea's side of the bed, and one on my side. Because unfortunately, it gets real hot up here on the 3rd floor at night in the summer. You know, heat rising and all that. The faintest bit of gray at the edge of this lens. Oh yeah, that'll do it too. Chelsea's old place before we moved in together was an attic apartment, and she had no control of the heat. And the old man that lived downstairs was, you know, he was a little thin, frail, old Korean War vet that was fighting cancer, so he was cold all the time. Like, even when it was hot outside, he was cold. Oh, Ron. Rest in peace, Ron. Your room has its own climate. Well, we live kind of above a hot box because my downstairs neighbor, he likes the marijuana. You can smell it in the hallway. Oh, this thing's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. I'm very happy. This is one of the ones I'm the most proud of. And we did it on stream. That makes it even better. There is documented video proof that I spent 3.5 hours painting this thing. Oh, I see something I need to touch up. Ah. What color was this again? It was this color. Oh, come on. You dried up already? You didn't see anything. Oh, that would suck. That actually happened a couple weeks ago. I beat the original Super Mario Brothers for the first time ever on stream, and I went to crop it, and it corrupted, and I lost it because I deleted the original stream before the other one was finished cropping. I was like, oh. Yeah, I did. On Mario Day, on March 10th, I beat the original Super Mario Brothers for the first time ever. Got that off my video game bucket list. Wonder if that'll do it. I see. I've beat Mario 2. Well, are we talking the American Mario 2 or the Lost Levels Mario 2? I did not the first time through. The first time through, I got all the way to the 7th level, and then I screwed up and messed up the where you hold the A and hit start to continue where you died, and then I did the portals after that. I was like, screw it, I'm getting back to the end. Little minute details I want to get. I bet I could. It'd just take me some time. Platformers have never been my strong suit. Alright, let me get a little more of the gray here so I can touch up the stone. Can I repeat what? I thought you were saying, can I repeat the beating of the game? I did not use portals the first run through. I messed up the bit where you continue from the level you were on. And so then the second time through, I used portals to get to where I was at. Oh man, I like this a lot. This came together really well. Look at that. Okay, so I want to look something up real quick, so I'm not going to see the chat for a second. Just promise me you're not talking crap about me while I can't see it. That is not what I wanted. Okay, maybe it is. It's a little bit of white is what she used. Okay, maybe that's what I want. Maybe that is exactly what I need. So. We got a little more gray that needs to be touched up. Did I get it out? No, I did not. There it is. I have this white paint that also has like a glitter effect to it. I think just the perfect application of it on the red lens can make that look like glass. So fingers crossed. All else fails, we'll just paint it red again. I'm going to use the red I have left on this guy before we call it a day. Just to get him started. Shadows. Try to give it a shiny. Maybe it'll look better up here. Try to make it look like there's a little bit of light reflection on the glass. I don't know if it works or not. I'll run it by my art major girlfriend when she gets home. Like, hey, do you think I did this all right? Alright, let me use the rest of this red that I got out on this other guy. I don't want to waste it. Paint's not cheap. So I have this Soul Ooze. It has all these faces and stuff inside of it. I'm going to paint it red. Since I have all this red paint that I got out for the lenses. Yeah, it's like a slimy ooze type monster that you would find in hell. Like you can see, I don't know if you can see on the camera there, those are faces. Like souls pushing out on the inside of it. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell at distance here. And then it's got a mouth on this side of it. Like I said, I'm just trying to use up this red. Now, you know, honestly, you'd be surprised. If I screwed something up, Chelsea would be like, that's bad, dude. She's pretty frank. She does not do the sugarcoating. Doofus like me needs that, though. Alright, it's 6 o'clock. I gotta stop. I got other things I have to do, unfortunately, and I used up the paint. At least the red paint. So... Pancakes, thank you for joining me today. Thanks for keeping the conversation going. I have to sign off now, though. It's 6 p.m. I gotta take care of other things. I could do this the rest of the night easily, but unfortunately, I have other things that need done. So, thank you. I'm gonna do this more in the future since I've invested in the camera and whatnot. But now I gotta spend time cleaning to get my workspace back in a working condition for tomorrow. So, see you around. I won't be streaming again till Wednesday night if I don't have an appointment Wednesday night. There's a possibility I might have my endoscopy and my colonoscopy on Wednesday night. So if that's what happens, I won't be on. But have a good rest of your Sunday, Pancakes. I'll see you around.